Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ASTRO Circuit Season 4 Midweek number 1. The first competition for Season 4 of the ASTRO Circuit, brought to you by CyberGamer, powered by ASTRO. I'm Myksta, and joining me will be Phizz. Phizz, we've got an amazing matchup up first. AVANT-GARDE taking on Adamant eSports. What are your thoughts?
It's going to be a close one. We've seen these guys take on each other at the Sydney event of Core G Champs, so this is going to be an interesting one indeed.
And it's going to be Domination Freight, then followed by an S&D after that. Then it's going to be a Blitz if it goes down to that, of course, with the recent change-up to match to that universal setting of Dom, S&D, and the Blitz. These two teams, you've got Maka, ASAP, Benno, and Hopi. For Adamant, you've got Jojo, Bookie, Lucky, and Zeke. Zeke filling in for Adamant, and ASAP actually filling in as Team Sub 14 captain Vilesider, but also recent additions to Avant, including Benno, replacing Kui there in that roster. So it's an interesting change indeed. We're going to see in their first competition since how that's going to play out, and we're on board with Maka up first, who's actually pushing forward over to this B side. Now it's a domination on Freight. We've got the team of Adamant that actually has their A and B control, and Avant are left with that C flag. So now they're going to be trying to actually force back out and try to make something happen. You see Adamant just completely at the moment just have that control and have the lead in terms of points.
Adamant going absolutely huge right now with that map control, not giving up any positions, and they're absolutely outslaying Avant at this stage. But of course, there's two halves in domination, so there's plenty of time for the team of Avant to come back and take the lead or get some map control happening. But at the moment, Adamant has control of everything except for the A flag.
As you do have Maka just going for that neutralization right now over on A. He's got one player outside of Bags to actually contest with him, and you're going to be seeing him maybe actually pick off this kill there. He will be able to do it. Now let's jump aboard with the Adamant side. You've got Jojo that's actually on a 4 streak. He's going 6-1. His teammate's going to pick off a couple of kills. You can see with Orca mode that his team is trying to push on up as well, but unfortunately they do drop a couple of lives. You got Bookie over on mid-red trying to just get a couple of shots in over on that B side flag, but they are losing it, so he needs to move. He's going to be doing just that, but 2 minutes of action have gone past so far on this Domination Freight, and the score is 33-24. So we've still got, of course, the remainder of that first half, that second half to come. But Phizz, I'm going to ask you this. So far, of course, the points are fairly even. It's only an 8-point game, but you know, what are your original thoughts just coming into this, in the first map, of course, of the Season 4 of the ASTRO Circuit?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one to choose. Adamant coming out of the gates fired up. They're taking the lead real early in this game. As I said, it's only 8 points of difference at the moment. But the way the map control is at the moment, Adamant have got this in the bag.
As you say that, 3 of their players actually do get taken. They're forced to go off the respawn. Bookie, unfortunately, couldn't make anything happen as well, and he does get taken down. But Zeke's going to be pushing on it down. He's got 3 right in front. He's going to take down 1. He's got 1 right around the right corner. He tries to turn back, but that sensitivity is just a little bit too low to be doing those 90-degree turns. As you have Jojo now in bottom bottles. He's got 1 to his right, but he's not even going to worry about going outside. Just going to get the shot out, close the door, poke back in, and unfortunately get taken down shortly after. Back on board with the Avant squad. I shall go, though. ASAP, the super sub, we'll see what he can do. As he's just looking for someone to poke on out into white. He does see 2, and he panics a little bit by trying to spread his fire over to that second player that he did see, and unfortunately did get taken down by the first. Couldn't clean up that kill. But 1 minute 45 still on the clock here, Phizz. The score is 52-47. Avant have caught back up, whatever. The fact remains that they do now have the lead, and there's only 90 seconds remaining in the half.
Oh, Benno, possibly unlucky. There was 2 players there from the guys of Adamant there, but Benno picked up 1, couldn't get a second, unfortunately, and now you see 2 flags in favour. Sorry, no, it's only 1 flag, so they actually were 3 capped there for a few minutes, a few seconds rather.
Yeah, maybe for a couple of seconds, but you know, unfortunately, it didn't last forever. As you do see ASAP still on your screens right now. Will he go for the jump? And he fails it completely. But that's okay. We don't judge here. As you do see him just waiting for a couple of players to poke on up, but he's still getting these tags. Unfortunately, not being able to pick off these kills. Hopi actually making work with Maka as well. Maka with that double kill. And you see them, the Avant squad, completely, you know, when you a couple of minutes ago when you said that it was completely Adamant's game, Avant since then, they just wanted to prove you wrong. They turned things around. and were able to just keep things going in their advantage since then. ASAP going to rotate over to this A flag. Back on board with Adamant though. Jojo's trying to go for B. He goes Zeke, and I believe it was Bookie trying to rotate over to this A flag. ASAP and Hopi doing work there. Jojo's the last one alive. They don't have any flags. They need to make something happen. It seems like they're going to be going C, but 30 seconds remaining in the half. Not even that. 88 to 57. And I mean, even with both teams using feelings, you can definitely see the difference right now.
And at the moment, it is going to be all in Avant's favour. Look at the point difference, 38 points. Oh, sorry, no, it's 37 points the difference. So a huge deficit indeed going to the second half. But, you know, if anyone can do it, Adamant can do it.
That is definitely a possibility here, as will Avant breach the 100-point mark? Yes, they will. 100 points to 59 is the scoreline. It's going to be a 41-point half, and I'm not going to lie, Phizz, it's going to be tricky for Adamant to catch back up with that point difference against the team that they're up against. It's going to be tricky, but it is. We've seen point differences higher than that manage to catch back up and be able to take the lead once again. You just need to play the cards right. You need to start off strong from the half start. And that's exactly what they're going to be doing from here. One player is going to be over on the A flag. They've got a couple of players running over to get a bit of a quicker cap time. And they're going to be trying to go for this B early. First, you see Zeke here. He's got two players to contest with. And Hopi just shuts them down straight away. I mean, he's ready. He's in business mode.
18 and 11, currently 7 off. This is
Bookie.
Absolutely huge. Unlucky as Zeke shuts him down. No, it was actually Bookie. So, you know, Hopi, he opened up the game for 2-piece. That's an insane way to start the game. We'll start the half at least.
Definitely was, and I mean, you do have two of their players getting taken down. Bookie tries to pick off a kill. We'll be able to take down Myksta. You notice that B flag is still neutralized at the moment as Zeke's going to be trying to wrap around. He'll be able to pick off one kill. He sees the second one. He gets tags. He gets the kill. A little bit late on my screen, but he still gets it, and that's the important part. Getting that double, getting shot from the third, though. Didn't think he expected that play over any red. That was Myksta. Myksta gets taken down shortly after. You've got the Avant team now trying to push on forward back over to this B. Now, keep in mind, both teams have only had one flag apiece. Their A flag over at their spawn, or on the C side over on the opposing team's spawn. And that's understandable because they've only been trying to go for this B flag, and ever since then they have just, as you see, it's still neutralized. No team's really been able to grab it. It's being contested. It's trying to get captured now by Avant, but once again they do get dropped, and the opposing team will start that capture. It just hasn't been working for either team, and you just notice in this second half, the amount of defense over on that B flag from both these teams is just that even that it's still been neutralized to this very point.
At the moment, though, Jojo looked to get that cap. He was millimeters off and unfortunately shut down there. Now, Zeke was only one up there from a few seconds. He's actually on the B flag. As we speak, he gets shut down as well. Avant now looking to try and get the B flag, or maybe just keep it neutral, stop them from getting any points, and maybe take this one out just by having two flags. Yeah,
and I mean, you got to keep in mind that their point difference is so large that they don't need to get any more points. They don't need to hold the majority flags. Holding one flag and a neutral flag will still get them the win. And I mean, even holding out for a little bit longer and then even letting them have the remaining two flags for the rest will still let them have the win, because the point difference is just that much.
Oh, Myksta.
And Myksta just going off, as you see there on your screens. He's just trying to dodge the bullets coming his way from the green side of things. Outside of rolls, they're trying to go in through connections. His teammates trying to pick off. ASAP will get one with the nade. And yeah, Myksta rotating wide will be able to get tags. Unfortunately, not a kill, but they've got that flag down packed for them over on that B side. Phizz, is this the beginning of the end for map number 1?
It's looking that way as Avant are just absolutely shutting Adamant down every opportunity they get. Myksta and Hopi doing work at the moment. Myksta was actually down there for a little bit, was negative going into this half. Now he's 20 and 14, so he's doing work. Hopi also 24 and 18, so 6 positive as well. Both these players are actually shutting these guys down every opportunity they get. So it looks like, you know, 2 minutes, 10 left. It's pretty much over.
Still, of course, it's all about the fighting spirit, being able to catch back up a little bit in the second half. Even if you don't take out the win, but just showing that you're still in there could change your momentum completely coming into map number 2, which, of course, will be the S&D, specifically the S&D on Sovereign. You see there, you mentioned Myksta. He's still going off 23 and 14. Make that 24 and 14. As you got Hopi on your screens, though, 25 and 19 for him. For ASAP, you got 18 and 15 and 15 and 14 for Benno. So all of the Avant members actually going positive at the moment. You're looking at ASAP. He was just eyeing out that player for so long. He's going for the double. He'll be able to get it. Will he get the triple? He's just preaiming. He knows there's going to be someone there. And he's checking all these corners, but his teammate's able to pick that one off. He nearly takes his teammate who spawns right in front of him. But the interesting thing to note is that it's still got 1 minute 20. It's going to be 158 to 101. So now Adamant have hit that 100-point mark. But, of course, it's just not enough time left to be able to catch back up in the just under 60-point difference that is remaining in this game.
At the moment, it looks like Avant. It's just going to be Mako and Hopi fighting and see who can get the first 30. And as you can see, 26 and 25. It's going to be a tough one. 1 minute left. Hopi picks up a kill. 3 kills away from going for that 30. No captures to his name. Looks like Maka's aim of captures to his name on the Avant squad. So, of course, playing the objective.
Second half glitch of domination.
Oh, there we go.
Of course, for those who don't know what that means, with the recent update that has domination in both halves after it swaps, it's that when the second half actually starts, your captures actually reset to 0 until you get a capture in that second half, and then it'll bring it to the correct total. So if you see, of course, in the second half they have 0 captures, of course they might just have 0 captures, but if you see them get a cap and the numbers just jump suddenly, as you saw there with Hopi that jumped to 3, that's because he had 2 in the original half and then got 1 in that third half, and it finally just reset, but he wasn't able to actually get 1 until now into it. But we've got 15 seconds left, Phizz. 173 to 122, definitely 100% an Avant victory, and of course it is a best of 3 series, so you've got to keep that in mind that Avant now 1-0 up. They only need 1 more map. It's going to be an SSD.
There's a 30 bomb,
Hopi. And Hopi hits the 30 bomb. Mac is close. He's on 29. He needs 1 more kill, and he eyes him. You can see that Oracle mode light up to where that player was, and unfortunately he just couldn't get it, but you're going to be seeing him on the round in the kill cam anyway to just finish that one off for the Avant squad. And I mean, Phizz, we've got the S&D Sovereign, I believe, coming up next. It's 1-0 to Avant. Avant is strong in this S&D game type. Will they be able to close it up?
You know what? I'm going to say yes. They come out a bit slow at the start of this game, but fired up really quickly. So if they lose the first 2 rounds, they've got a possibility of coming back and taking it 6-2. And I'm actually going to say 6-3 for this one to Avant.
It's rare to actually see you put a prediction down, so I'm going to take it while I can get it, as we do have, I'm not too sure if these players will be swapping hosts, as it is a pretty good host from what I know. We'll stick around and see what happens, but of course, got to give a shout out to all of CyberGamer's social media outlets. We've got our website, au.cybergamer.com, our YouTube, youtube.com/cybergamer.com.au, our Twitch, which is this page right now, bottom left, and our Twitter, at CGXboxAU. Of course, remember to tweet out the stream using the hashtag #AstroCircuit. The hashtag is in the description above, and all the social media links for all our sponsors are down below as well. Of course, that being AMD and our major full quality sponsor, Astro Gaming. Speaking of Astro Gaming, we have some great refurbished headsets on special over at Bluemouth Interactive, so you want to feel free to go ahead and check that out. bit.ly/Astro deal. And you can check out all the deals on refurbished Astro A40 and A50 audio systems. That can save you between $80 to $100. So you definitely want to go ahead and check that out on bit.ly/Astro deal. And that's just a shortcut link to that one. We'll take a short break while we wait for the next map to get sorted. Don't go anywhere because we've got more action coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Astro Circuit Season 4 Midweek 1, brought to you by CyberGamer, powered by Astro. This is Avant taking on Adamant. I'm Myksta, joined by Phizz, and it's currently 1-0 to Avant. Phizz, S&D Sovereign, who do you want to jump aboard with first?
I got a bit heartbroken. I was seeing Benno with a shotgun, which you know what that means. He's going to be like a snake and push bottom snake with a shotty, but he swapped it out for a Vector. A bit disappointing. So let's go on board with Maka.
Maybe the better move. I'm just saying. But I actually want to jump on board with the attacking team, as Avant are currently on defense. You're actually going to see them get dropped, because Kill's actually trading everywhere, but Bookie just seems to be the last one alive now because he was on the other side of the map. But it's a 1v2 situation, so we had ASAP, Hopi, Jojo, Lucky, and Zeke all dropping in that 30-second mark, and Bookie's got his work cut out for him. I mean, it is a 1v2, but it's up against Benno and Maka, with the bomb being down. There we go. He couldn't even run past caution.
I knew Maka's going to be sitting there. It's such a good power spot, and you just see him take him down there. And you want to go on board with Adamant first. That's just shocking.
Well, they're on the attacking round. I mean, normally you go on the attacking round first, though.
Normally, but when you got Avant there, especially when they're playing so strong, you got to go on board with Avant. So let's do it now. Let's go on board with, let's see who's interesting right now.
But now they're attacking team.
Yeah, but we're going to go on board with Benno anyway, because just, you know, I love Benno. He's cute.
Seems like I read your mind, though, as I did jump on board with him already. He's going to be chucking the nade over into War Room, as he's going to push on up now over past the ladder. Now in the second nade's going to be cooking. He's going to be waiting for someone to blow up, rather, from that, but unfortunately no one will, and he's still just going to be allowing his team to go forward over to this bomb site. Now ASAP does have the bomb, and as he start this plant, hope he's going to take down Jojo, and now it's up to Bookie, Zeke, and Lucky to make something happen. Bookie's actually on the flank, and this could prove to be really good for them, but Zeke gets taken down. Now it's a 2v3 situation, maybe a 2v2 Bookie. Can he get the kill? Gets tagged, he tries to rotate back, and gets taken down.
No, it's 1v3. It's going to be Lucky in a 1v3 versus ASAP, Maka, and Benno. This is a challenge in its own right. He gets one, though. It's going to be ASAP getting shut down. It's just Benno and Maka. He's got 15 seconds of time. Is against him at the moment. There's going to be a player there. He's going to get shut down by Maka's nade. Just Avant. Too strong at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just, for the Adamant side, they just haven't been able to make something happen. I did say it at the end of that domination match that Avant are strong on this S&D game type. So having to verse them with being backed up against the wall, especially if you lose, you're knocked out. It's a single elimination competition. So being 1-0 down facing Avant in S&D, it just doesn't look good in your favor, because you have to just play on top of your game, and you see they just haven't been able to go ahead and do so. You see the Avant team from that overhead camera pushing over onto that B side. They've got it set up, and our Adamant need to make something happen. Zeke wants to push on forward. He got shots out. ASAP will take down Lucky for the first kill of the round. The Zeke will get shot at the back by a Bulldog. He called it earlier from Benno, and he puts it to work. 2v4 situation. Jojo with the bomb. Bookie's watching through the back area, just chilling back, and Jojo's going to get taken down. So Bookie once again last alive, but not for too long, because he gets taken down. Very great rounds by the Avant side. And I just want to point out, Benno and Maka 4 and 3 kills apiece, and they still haven't died.
Yeah, what else do you expect? It's Avant. I mean, no, seriously. But Benno, that's why we all love Benno. He's just one of those players that you know is going to do something special. But I think I know it's wrong for Adamant right now. If you go through the players, none of them actually have an assault rifle. One player has a Vector, and the other 3 have an MTAR, which is sort of like a mid-range assault rifle. But, they're going to need a Remington out to get some long-range picks if they want to get this map.
It is only 3-0 at the moment. They still have a couple more rounds to catch back up before it's sort of more one-sided over to the Avant squad. But the way Avant playing really wouldn't surprise me if they do get a 6-0 for this one. You actually do see their players already going on the flank. Nade's going to go in, though, taking down ASAP. Unfortunately, no trophy there to protect him, as Benno's actually going to be cycling through the bottom. You got Hopi with the bomb going for this bomb plant. You got Bookie and Lucky now, actually on this 2v2 situation up against Hopi and Benno's. You're going to be seeing hearing shots come out, and yeah, as you mentioned, Hopi getting tagged, but Benno's going to be able to cover him. And you actually do see Hopi there trying to get a couple of shots longer range here, as he wasn't able to actually connect with the kill, and he didn't want to jump off because he would have got taken down, but it's still that 2v1 situation. Bookie now rotating over onto the bomb. He does see one. He's going to be contesting it. He'll be able to pick off the kill, but he's still got Benno left to deal with. Benno, let's see where he is at. He's just sitting on this yellow side. He does see him. He'll be able to pick up the kill. Easy round.
6-0. I mean, what else do you expect from Benno? He's just an absolute powerhouse.
I mean,
I'm
just look at this
surprised
play.
Bookie didn't actually check that corner. Like, you know that's where someone's going to be. You've seen it from Curse, you've seen it from Immunity. Someone's always going to be sitting there on defense, or when they're defending the bomb. So it's sort of an odd thing not to check that corner.
You're also going to keep in mind, though, that it is a pretty... It is pretty... sort of, what would the word be? Just frustrating situation because you have to actually go for that bomb. So time is running out. Sort of desperate times call for desperate measures. You can't check every corner.
Stop thinking a bit.
And yeah, you stop thinking about it. That's exactly what I was sort of trying to convey. And I mean, you definitely see it there happening in this gameplay at the moment. 4-0 though. I really don't know if they can even get around at this stage.
No, I said 6-3, but maybe 6-2. I'm thinking it could be 6-0. The way Benno's playing, the way that Mac is playing, who's actually dead right now. You disappoint me, Mac. What are you doing? These guys are literally carrying the team in the backpack at the moment. But ASAP and Hope, they're holding their own. 3-3, 4-3. Adamant though are just getting shut down every time they come in contact with someone.
I mean, look at Jojo at the moment, 0-4, hasn't got a kill to his name, but he's about to get a plant to finally get points on the board. The bomb is down over on the A-bomb, and Avant are now circling over. You got Benno with the Bulldog. I want to just stick on board with him for that fact, but he's actually going to pick up the MTAR, as you are going to be seeing him just looking around, back over into research, now checking. He does see one there outside of Zig, and he will get taken down, but he's going to call it. Hope he's going to check that corner, and he didn't even have the first shot, I don't believe. He didn't. The other player saw him first, and he's going to go for this double. His teammate's on the bomb, so he just needs to distract right now. That player will be actually poking up. He's going to get shots off. He will be able to pick up the kill, and that'll be another nicely played Avant round. And you can just see the experience is definitely a huge factor. I know they're using ASAP as a fill-in, and you got Adamant using Zeke as a fill-in, but the levels just at the moment, especially in this S&D game, I still don't think they'll be able to drop around.
Is it one-sided yet, Mike? Do you think?
I think so.
Slightly
it's 5-0. You've got 6-3, 4-3, 6-1 for Benno, and 4-2 for Maka. I definitely think that counts as one-sided.
If Avant don't go to COD Champs next year, I'm going to be very disappointed in these guys. They come third at every LAN. It's just, it's a curse.
32 teams in this midweek. I mean, they still have plenty of time to get third. Just saying.
The midweek's nothing. I'm talking about LAN. So if they don't get top 2 at Sydney, I'm probably going to have to blame Vilesider.
I don't know. Throw the blame game if you want, but we're going to be seeing the bomb actually down over on this bomb site right now as the player's actually going to be checking around. He might be actually wanting to go for a ninja defuse. Let's see if he'll be able to do it. No, he's actually decided against it. Now he's going to be going for it. He's on the bomb right now trying to get this defuse. Let's see which players will check, and that'll be ASAP. There we go. A quick and easy 6-0. And Avant will take out that series 2-0. That was an extremely quick match. I mean, game time did, of course, start at 7 PM. Had a couple of delays where we had to wait for maybe a player's Xbox froze or something earlier on, and they're actually going to be taking on Team Daunt up next in the competition. Unfortunately, Adamant have been knocked out, as it is a best of 3, so quick and easy for these competitions. But of course, we will be looking for our round 2 match. I'm not exactly sure which one it will be yet. But if you are in round 2 and you haven't started yet, please feel free to flick me a message on Twitter at Myksta94 or flick Phizz a message. I'm not exactly sure what his Twitter is nowadays, but I'm sure he'll be able to tell you.
No, I'm not gonna. No, it's at Phizz or PHX So
there you go.
Easy.
That's going to be.
But before we go, real quick, I just want to point out that the Adamant squad had died every single round. And if you look at Jojo and Benno's KDs there, looks like they were boosting, maybe.
Complete flip, maybe, possibly. And you do notice Zeke and Maka are out there. Former teammates, maybe something going on, who knows. But at the end of the day, that is it for our round 1 matchup of AVANT-GARDE and Adamant eSports. Avant taking out 2-0. We'll be going into our round 3 matchup shortly. Of course, remember to check out all the CyberGamer social media links up above. That's our website, au.cybergamer.com, our YouTube, youtube.com/cybergamer.com.au, our Twitch page, which is this video right now. Surprise, surprise, bottom left there is a follow button, and our Twitter at CGXboxAU. Remember, of course, to check out Bluemouth Interactive for your refurbished Astro A40 and A50 gear. Some great deals.
You have to send me a link to that, because I'm going to go get one.
That's bit.ly/Astro deal. That's a shorter link for you all, and it saves you between $80 to $100 on refurbished Astro A40 and 50 models. Definitely don't want to go anywhere else, but we'll take a short break, short commercial break, and maybe a little bit of lobby time so we can find what our round 2 matchup will be. As I mentioned, if you have a game ready to start, be sure to send us a message, but don't go anywhere because we've got more action coming up next.